Hey guys, so it's Friday the 6th of January and I thought I'd quickly pop on here. Obviously I've had work today and I thought I'd just pop on and do a quick Friday reads video and maybe a quick update video. So I'll start with the Friday reads. This week the book that I'm currently reading is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. This is her second novel. I have not read All the Bright Places yet. I do own it. I just haven't got to it yet. And I decided that I would read this one first. I don't want to say I've been in a reading slump, but I kind of have. And this is the first book that really leapt out at me and I was like, yes, I'm determined to pick that up and actually start reading it. And I've been reading it for a couple of days now and I'm on page 120 and so far I'm really enjoying it. Like when I'm reading it, it's very fast paced because so far the chapters have been quite short and they're told in alternating character perspectives between Libby and Jack, and so far it's just proving very interesting because the male protagonist Jack has face blindness. The actual word is in here, prosopagnosia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and it's face blindness. You see people's faces but you don't remember them or retain them, so it's a bit like amnesia for like facial recognition. Like you don't take in those people's faces and remember who they are, so you have to identify them by remembering certain features. So yeah, it's interesting on that score. And then the female protagonist Libby is a heavy girl, and it kind of hit me as I was reading it. The way that she thinks in a lot of ways is how I think about myself, so it's been interesting to read that. Like I say, I'm on page 120. I've just got to really the stage of the novel where these two characters have really just met, so there's not like I think this is where the story's going to get going. It's gonna we're really going to get into these two characters now. Now that they've met each other and the story's moving forward of them knowing each other. The rest of the book, like the first bit of the book, has been us getting to know them. But so far I am really enjoying it. I am still technically reading Gone with the Wind. I haven't actually read any of it for about 2 weeks, if not more than that. I'm about 70% of the way through. I am determined to keep going with it. I just don't know when I'm going to finish it. So anybody that's been doing the buddy read, what I will probably do now is finish the novel and then come back and say, okay, the novel's finished, these are my thoughts, these are some discussion questions, and do it that way, because now people are going to be sort of all over the place. So that's my plan for that. I am also sorry that my BookTube channel, or my BookTube content, has been lacking lately. I know I did Vlogmas, but other than that, I've really not uploaded any book content. And I don't even know why I haven't done that. I mean, I have been a little bit unwell in December, but I still did Vlogmas. Work's been a bit nuts, but it can always be nuts. I have got a partner now, but I don't see them all the time. Like, we have conflicting work a lot of the time. Like, so when I'm free, he can be working, so it's not like that he's taken over my life or anything like that. I have kind of been in a reading slump. I haven't read an awful lot, and not an awful lot like to talk about. I mean, in November, I think all I read was Gone with the Wind and A Veil of Vines by Tilly Cole. I think that's all that was in my November wrap-up. And I think in December, all I read was Gone with the Wind and two Bella Andre books, I think. So yeah, my actual amount of reading has been down, and I think a lot of it was Gone with the Wind, because I was determined, I really want to read that. So I wasn't reading a lot in conjunction with it, because I'm not very good at reading more than one book at once. I'm just not very good at that. it's not a skill I possess, unfortunately. So I think that just, you know, slowed my reading down to then a point where it put me in a kind of slump because I didn't know what to read. I just didn't know what I fancied reading. I didn't really fancy reading Gone with the Wind, but then I didn't know what else I wanted to read. And I think that just kind of then made me like, well, now I don't know what to upload. How can I do a Friday Reads when all I'm reading is Gone with the Wind? How can I do a December wrap-up video when, you know, I've read hardly anything? You know, it's just, I kind of have got into that kind of slump thing. I'm hoping that I'm going to snap out of it and I'm going to just be able to upload content, because I've missed you guys. I've missed uploading, you know, book videos. I miss reading. Like, I miss being in my normal reading pattern, you know, of reading at least like 2 books a week, you know, if, you know, but, you know, not even doing that. So I'm hoping that with the new year, I'm going to, you know, snap out of it. I was thinking of doing my top, you know, 10 books of 2016. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I know it's something that I normally do year by year, so I probably should do that at some point. I already know pretty much what those are. There's a few where it's going to be tough to put. I never give you my top 10 books in order, other than if, you know, there is a really standout, this was my favourite book of, you know, 2016. Otherwise, it's just too hard to cut it down to 10 books and then put them in order. That's like asking a mother to choose her favourite child. It's just not done. So yes, that's my sort of small little update video for you guys. I also want to thank everyone that followed Vlogmas. I know I kept saying it throughout Vlogmas, but I mean, I didn't do anything particularly exciting in the month of December. And then I missed one day out completely because I was just too ill to even film. So yeah, I'm sorry it wasn't an exciting Vlogmas. But yes, I love interacting with you guys, and I love, even if I'm just talking to the camera, because so many of you consistently comment. I just feel like we have one long conversation, which is really nice. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you guys. I am now going to chill out, hopefully read some of Holding Up the Universe, because like I say, I am really enjoying this at the moment and I want to keep that momentum of actually reading going. But having said that, I have also become, in the last week, obsessed with Criminal Minds. Like, I have never before watched Criminal Minds, and one of my colleagues has told me for ages and ages and ages to watch Criminal Minds. So I got it, and I watched the whole of season 1 in less than a week. So I'm at the very beginning of season 2, and it's taking over my life a little bit. Like, I am in love with Criminal Minds. So yeah, I'll probably split my evening now between reading and Criminal Minds, and I don't think it's sad. That I think that's probably the best way to spend a Friday night, but it certainly is for me. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope that I can keep content coming up at least on a somewhat regular basis. I haven't posted a booktube video in ages, but I hope that that's going to change, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Happy reading, guys.